Hey, what's going on, everybody? Real quick. There's a quick video about your area. So I live in Arizona, and yeah, have you guys ever, with the way things are going on, like the economy, how's things around your area? Like in Arizona, so far it hasn't been that bad, but in the Bay Area, I also have a lot of family that lives in the Bay Area, in Oakland, and Oakland is right next to San Francisco. And I know by watching the news, I've been watching in the news that people leave their car doors open and their trunks open. So when people gonna rob you or something, they don't smash your windows because they smash and dash or whatever they call it. They smash the windows and they grab whatever and take off. So in the Bay Area, what they're doing, they're leaving the car windows open and the trunks open, so they won't get their windows smashed. It's getting pretty bad out there. I also read that in San Francisco, there was a wedding going on, and the photographer was taking pictures of the bride and groom, and they came up to him and jacked his camera. They just straight up and snatched it. They like took off, grabbed his camera and took off. They took his gear, like whatever gear he had, and nobody does anything about it. They just ignore it like nothing happened. They just, oh, nothing to see here, and they just walk away. And and that's the kind of stuff I'm looking at the papers, like the news, and saying, what the heck is going on? And in California, they passed some silly laws where if it's under $1,000, it's considered like a misdemeanor. So they won't even bother in arresting people. They just like come, you know. So what they're doing, and I think in San Francisco, they closed down a few Walgreens because people walk in and steal stuff. They just walk in and steal a bunch of junk, but they have to make sure it's under $1,000. And they just steal, like they get their bags, and they just fill it up with a bunch of stuff and just walk on out. And the security guard won't do anything because that's a liability. Security guards can't do anything about it. Um, Cops won't do nothing about it. And now they're closing a bunch of stores down. And also they're putting a lot of things behind um, like a lock case, so they won't steal anything. And so I'm hearing a lot of stuff. So here, like I said, with the things happening with the economy, people losing their jobs. So out here in Arizona, I haven't seen anything like that. But I mean, people are losing their jobs because where I work at, they're cutting the hours down. They're not. There's no overtime. There's no money, no budget for us to. Because before they used to have a budget. We could have team builders. They call them team builders, but they cut a lot of programs down. They cut a lot of costs, and a lot of people got also laid off. So things are getting pretty bad, and people gonna be desperate. If you do like a gig around a shady area, especially with me, I do a lot of house gigs. I do, be out there late in the middle of nowhere. And, I'm starting to think, I'm like, damn, it's starting to get a little dangerous out here. Hopefully it doesn't happen out here. But you never know. If they pass some silly laws here, like in Arizona, like if they would pass some silly laws like they do in California, then that's when I really got to think about stuff like that. Like, is it worth it? I'm not going to be doing a gig and next thing I'm walking out and somebody just say, hand over your stuff and, don't look at me, and smack you in the face and take your junk. And, they already have a truck ready to load it up. And, because think about it. They could scope out a place and say, that place been doing a lot of weddings every weekend, man. That's easy money. I be seeing the bands and they got some good speakers and we could sell it for like $500, easy money. People start getting desperate, So, yeah, it's a good topic to talk about. Like if things like that happen around your neighborhood, just watch the news or watch the laws they're passing. I think in California, not California, in Chicago, they also passed a law where some silly laws, they call it the purge. They call it the purge. In Chicago, I've been watching the news and they're calling it it's on YouTube, and they're calling it the purge, where they're not even doing anything about the crimes anymore. That people are just doing whatever they want, and if somebody break in your house and, they're saying that you cannot kick them out of your house. You could call the cops, and the cops want you to tell them what law they're breaking. And then they decide if they're gonna come out to your house. I don't know. There's a lot of crazy laws. I'm watching like, what the heck is going on? There's a lot of crazy stuff happening. I think in California also they passed where prostitution is they're not being arrested, and they're doing it in front of schools, and it's just a lot of stuff. The drugs and people taking drugs like crazy. Out here in Arizona, we have a lot of fentanyl. I watch a YouTube channel out here in Phoenix. I watch a YouTube channel, and everybody's trying to look like zombies, and I feel so bad. And the guys, he just watched the videos, he interviews them and asks them how they got involved with the drugs, and they're taking some small little pills, man, and they get them hooked so bad, and I feel bad for them, but it's gonna get to the point where they get so desperate for money, and they're gonna start breaking in houses and all over the place, and if they keep passing these crazy silly laws where they're not gonna arrest people, I'm telling you, I got family that lives in California, and they said if something happens, they will not send a cop over because they had to cut the cost on the cops. They have less police officers, so they're only gonna go if there's a major crime involved, like a killing, a shooting. But if it's some kind of theft, they're like, oh, we'll send somebody during tomorrow, the day, to get a report, but they won't send nobody right there on the spot. They'll come a couple of days later to get a report. I'm like, what the? It's getting pretty bad. I got family members that live in California. They don't even go out at night. They just stay home. Like, what y'all doing? Well, we're just staying home. Like, then people don't go out no more at night. It's like it's getting pretty bad in California. So here in Arizona, it hasn't gotten that bad. So I'm just wondering, in your neighborhoods, how is it getting? Like out here in Arizona, we also got a open carry laws. So I could actually carry a gun with me if I want. I have to be licensed, but that's not bad. I could go get licensed, go get my open carry, and just have it on me all the time. When I'm after the gig, when I'm loading and unloading, have my gun. But what is that gonna do? That's just gonna get somebody hurt. I'd rather them take my equipment. Say, take my equipment, just don't take my hard drive, because I'm not using Tidal. All right, this is your boy DJ Zeddy Manos. Let me know what y'all think. I'm out. Peace.